What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today, BCH USD. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. And let's get into it, okay? It's the 23rd day of January. Here we are at about $593 with roughly how many hours left? We got like 8.5 hours left in this day. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon, of course. Here we are, my friends. Pulling back a little bit today after the upside, the little bit of upside that we've seen over the past 2 days, I do believe we'll continue to move up. I actually helped a family member procure a good bit of Bitcoin Cash, basically at these same levels here. I'm expecting that we're going to see some significant movements to the upside here pretty soon, you guys. And you know that, right? If you've been watching the channel, you know that we're on the precipice, we're on the edge of our seat with this life-changing, historic move that's about to take place for Bitcoin Cash, of which we might not ever see the likes of again, honestly. I mean, we're going to see Bitcoin Cash perform well in its life as it continues, but the significance of this move, man, I mean, this will be something, mark my words, that remains with you for like your whole life. You'll remember these moments. You'll remember these moments if it goes well, and you'll certainly remember them if it goes bad. Oh man. Anyways, as we're moving down here, you can see that there's really just not that much volume, right? We had a good bit of volume here on this very volatile day, but we really didn't have much volume. It's just completely gone to the downside, right? I really do believe that we'll move up in a very short amount of time, and we will start to build volume as we grow higher, and likely pierce $700 here, maybe by the end of this month, if not certainly in the first week of February. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll zoom out from there, okay? I've got like something is itching my nose, man. It feels like there's a hair, but I don't see a hair. I'm like, is it a mustache hair? The stash is getting a little bit thick, man. Anyways, 1 hour time frame. It's tickling my nose right now, whatever it is. Got a little tickle. 1 hour time frame. Looking at the RS or looking at the price action. I don't really like this kind of. You've got a blemish here. I would really call that a blemish because it's quick down, quick up, right? It's a blemish. If you look up what's a blemish in the charting world, you're not going to find anything. I think I'm the only person that calls that a blemish. It's like a blemish. It's like this pattern looks like this overall, but there's a blemish here. I don't know. It's like obvious weird price action. Like this is a blemish. You know what I mean? But really, the price, you should think of it as like doing this. There's a slight blemish there. I don't know. Just like fake out price actions. That's all that is. Anyways, it looks like we're rolling over. You tried to move higher without any volume at all. You had a little bit of volume here to push you up initially, so maybe we do come back. Maybe we do come back. Low to high here. The expectation, at least at this point, would be that we go to $588, maybe as low as 580, 576, but I highly, highly, highly doubt that we go below 576. We'd probably find direct support there. So if we go lower, that would be the lowest that I would expect. That would still be a higher low, and then we build from there. We don't have to go that low. Maybe we hold 588 as support. Maybe we hold this area as support. I don't know. Bitcoin Cash, you can clearly see, has had some weird little price action going on over the past couple of days. But I would expect that we probably do. We probably do go to 588 or lower. Right here we are at 591, dropping a little bit. 1 hour RSI looks bearish to me. Getting overbought's nice. Not getting oversold is nice. But then you come up here and you're trying to get overbought multiple times. You're bouncing off your 50. You're doing all the right things, but nothing good is happening. Then you're probably going to come down. And now you kind of look like you're in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows, downtrend. Come down. It's a 1 hour time frame. We'll get into the oversold area. Saturday might be a boring day. Sunday might be a boring day, but then late Sunday, maybe Monday, we'll start to recover and things will be good. We'll sing Kumbaya. The next couple of days will probably just be very boring. The MACD actually looks like it's at a place to bounce, but it's coming back down. I don't know. I'm bearish on the MACD here, which is, I don't know if we should be. It's neutral, sideways price action. It's hard to say, but I guess I am bearish there. And the stochastics as well. 4 hour time frame stochastics are bearish. The RSI rejected the overbought zone. That's bearish. The MACD is right at the zero. It's a perfect area to reject. You built bullish momentum, a lot of bullish momentum, way more than you had with your bearish momentum, but you didn't really do much with the upside. You're rejecting the zero, bearish on all accounts on the 4 hour. Now, I do want to talk about something real quick. I do believe that this is the low. I don't believe that we're going to go below 560 for Bitcoin Cash. I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I will be wrong again. It's inevitable. It will happen. But if my expectations are right, we should move down, I would think, right around this low close here and find support. If not there, if not around 584, 588, 580, whatever, if it's not there, then maybe we do come down and test these lows again. But again, I don't think that we're going to get close to this low, so to speak. I think that we bounce off that golden ratio there, like 578, 576. I highly doubt that we go below 570 at all. If we do go below 570, 554 to $506, it's got open arms. It's a willing embrace for us should we go down there. We would certainly find support if we go down there, and I would certainly buy more Bitcoin Cash if we go down there, and encourage anybody to buy more Bitcoin Cash. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I just don't think that we're going to make it down there, and here's why. Here's why I'm having a hard time assuming that we do move down there. The volume's just dead. It's completely dead. It's died off. I mean, you tried to push down here, and it was just dead. It was completely dead. If we try going lower, I don't expect that we're going to... I mean, maybe it's more alive than what we're seeing here, but it's probably just going to be consistent with this. I don't think we have enough gas in the tank to push the price down this much, personally. And I think the gas in the tank for the bears is depleted, and the bulls are the ones that are going to step in now, right? What we've got right now are scared bulls. They're skittish. They're little baby bulls. They're calves, right? They don't know. They don't know if they should charge at this thing gung-ho or not. They don't have their horns fully developed yet. So what they wait for are the strong hands, the confident hands to send the price up. Once they send the price up, then they're like, oh, okay, I should have bought here. Now I'm going to buy here because obviously we're moving up. We're going to get a higher high. There's just a lack of volume because right now we're in a kind of wait and see moment. That's all I'm trying to describe here, right? The people that are mega bullish on Bitcoin Cash, they're already in Bitcoin Cash. They have been, and they've DCA'd at every opportunity they got. So as far as volume goes, you're not going to get too much volume from them. But there's no selling pressure from those guys either, right? Anybody who's wanted to sell, anybody who got in at the top or got in here, they're trying to make plays and they wanted to sell, they've probably sold already, right? There's no volume coming in as we're pushing lower. They've probably sold already. So we're just in this kind of limbo state where the unsteady hands are wondering, should I sell? I'm waiting for this to tell me to sell. Should I buy? I'm waiting for this to tell me to buy. So once we pick a direction, I'm assuming the volume will come back in. If we move up and there's no volume, that would be problematic. If we move down and there's no volume, that would be good. That would be good. But I think we're going to move up from here. I don't think we're going to move down. Daily time frame. I like the price action on the daily time frame. Obviously, I mean it's phenomenal. The daily RSI overall is very bullish. I don't like that we're rejecting the 50 here, and I don't like that the 40 or the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame also have bearish implications. So we probably do reject the 50. We probably do close today red. With that, we might have a bearish weekend. Okay, Saturday, Sunday might be boring and bearish. Bring the RSI back down to the 40. Bounce from there, and then we'll sing Kumbaya and prevail victorious next week. Mark my words, the RSI will go right down to the 40. We're going to be on Monday talking about the bounce on the 40. I'll probably forget about that call entirely, but that's what's going to happen. And then we'll probably, from there, finally be on a path that can take us into the overbought zone. February is right here, guys. This is February. This is when the beginning of February is. It's right there, right? I'm going to move that because it was almost perfect. We're just going to do that. It's right there. That's the beginning of February. We're going to be overbought, probably not in January, but February. So it will be February, I believe, that is directly associated with the breakout of this range overall. A breakout of this range overall results in a breakout of this range overall, which results in a breakout of, you guessed it, this range overall as well, right? And we don't actually have it on the Binance chart, but it would, the all-time highs go back here. We're in this like big wedge kind of pattern. Breakouts beget breakouts beget bigger breakouts. That's all I'm trying to say. Daily time frame here, looking at the indicators beyond just the RSI, because I think all we did was look at the RSI. Stochastics look a little bit bearishly postured here. And the MACD, I mean, if we have a slightly bearish weekend and it's not terrible, we're not going below these lows, right? We're just kind of like 2 red days that take us down to 580, 570, somewhere in that range. This MACD will just chill here and it won't really go. This is actually a perfect area to bounce from. I'm not worried about it even if it crosses a little bit more below the zero. I think we're in a perfect area to bounce. So as long as the next couple of days aren't terrible, they're just like kind of sideways and neutral, but maybe even a little bit red, I think that we're fine. or a little bit green, that's fine too. But if the next couple of days are green, that'll really interfere with my bouncing off the 40 idea here, which isn't essential. But I just, I'm making predictions to be right, not to be wrong. Weekly time frame, looking at this here. Weekly RSI. Overall, it's very bullish. This is an incredibly bullish RSI. I mean, just look at this, right? Overbought, 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 oversold not once. The amount of life that you have below the 50 is just completely negligible compared to the amount of life that you have above the 50. You're very dominant and very bullish RSI here. Your week is neutral. You're green right now. I think if over the next 2 days we move down, like I'm assuming we will, we'll close it red, the RSI will then move a little bit lower. Instead of looking like it's sideways, it'll be moved a little bit lower. We'll actually have lower lows on the RSI by the end of this week. If the next 2 days are red, like I'm assuming they will be, lower lows on the RSI, and we'd be at an area to bounce off the 50 on the weekly RSI. That's very powerful stuff. Bouncing off the 50 on the weekly RSI is very powerful, plus a lower low in the RSI with what would result in likely a higher low in the price, because that low is at like 560. I don't think that we're going to go below 570, so we'll have a higher low in the price, lower low in the RSI. It's hidden bullish divergence while bouncing off the 50 on the weekly time frame. I think Bitcoin Cash is in really good shape. The stochastics look great. This is typically the area that you actually bounce from if you're in these overbought territories, which I think we're going to remain. The MACD is a little bit sad, I will say, because we were building bullish momentum. We just started building bullish momentum, and now we're staving that off. I'm hoping that what we get here is either a bounce right off of this area, something like that. Let's see. No, I'm not really seeing any examples. Something like this, but this is to the downside. We want that, but to the upside, right? Or if it's not a bounce, maybe we do get a false cross. I just don't see us moving down enough to get a false cross. So we want to keep this MACD green. I think if it crossed red, that would actually be a problem. But we'll see. I've got nothing else for you guys. The expectation is entirely that Bitcoin Cash will be worth thousands of dollars, several thousands of dollars, probably 3,000 or more at some point in late February or March, probably March. But we're going to get our freak on here in February. We should be well above $1,000 in February, I would assume. And then finishing off this move in March or maybe April. But I'm thinking we go up to about 3650. That's my expectation personally, somewhere around there. But the range is a little bit more broad than that. We could go, 2700, maybe up as high as like 6,000, something like this in this area as a whole. I'm just going with the 1272 because it's like smack dab right in the middle. It's even on the lower ends of that. So there's plenty of targets that make sense here. But to me, the most minimum target would be about like 2300. The most maximum target would be somewhere around 6K. And I think we don't stop at the minimum. I don't think that we stop at the maximum. I think we stop somewhere in between, probably between 3 and 4K. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.